From Studio C on the campus of Ball State University, Ball State Sports Link is proud to welcome you into another edition of SL Featured presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. My name is Sam Niger, he's Xander Woods, and over the next half hour we're going to delve into the best stories that Ball State Sports has to offer over the month of November.
Thank you, Sam, and it is once again that time of the year. Thanksgiving break is upon us yet again. The students of Sports Link have served up quite a feast of stories that I'm sure will be leaving you thankful for.
This is SL Featured presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
Victory Honda of Muncie supports the students of Ball State Sports Link. Behind-the-scenes access and off-the-field lives of student athletes, SL Featured is the home for the best stories in Ball State sports. This is the award-winning SL Featured presented by Victory Honda of Muncie.
We'll start our November tour on the soccer pitch, where Ball State forward Elena Quinn walks us through her journey of how her versatile athleticism allowed her to finally land on soccer as her true calling. This is the Elena Quinn story produced by Tyler Kleins.
I was born into a household of a very competitive family. I mean, both of my parents were collegiate athletes, and they were the ones that made me the person I am today. Sports were everything to us. It was something that we'd always incorporate into our family, and my sister and brother both actually played soccer growing up all throughout into high school. I've always been one to want to be on the go. I've always wanted to stay active, and my parents, at a young age, put me into a lot of sports.
I get to see her really just in a soccer capacity, but then you start talking to her and it's like, hey, what else do you do? What do you do to stay busy? And she starts listing off all these other things.
I played soccer, basketball, I ran track, I played softball, and then I kicked for my football team.
Soccer, I was forward, forward midfield. Softball, I played center field. Basketball, I was the center. Football, obviously, I was the place kicker. And then track, I ran 4x1, 4x4, and 400.
Elena is a extremely special, unique, you could argue a once-in-a-lifetime just type athlete. Voted upon the best female athlete in the state of Indiana last year. She loves to be out in competition, pushing herself, challenging herself, kind of pushing the envelope of what she's capable of.
My favorite memory was just stepping on that football field the first night, making history, as being the first female ever to kick for a football team, let alone just be on the football team.
You don't really see many or any girls out here kicking for a football team, and then I guess you could say my second highlight was kicking a 42-yard field goal in a game.
There were so many other great memories between friends, coaches. I'd say from a sports standpoint, soccer was definitely my highest when it came to winning all state and all district and then going into all region. And other than that, I enjoyed every single other sport, and I wasn't really there to play it just to win all these awards.
I think I just chose soccer just because from a young age I started out behind my siblings, and I just continued to grow up behind them, knowing I wanted to be like them and continue to play soccer, and decided that I'm here and I want to play college soccer.
Someone who has as many accolades as she has, you see it a lot where they could just kind of go about their business. I look over and she's grabbing soccer ball, she's grabbing water bottle. Those might seem like little things, but I think it's a microcosm of life. We just get to go and play soccer every day, right? But if you want to be successful in life, you're going to have to challenge yourself, and you have to push yourself. I think you see all those characteristics in Elena.
I'm thankful for where I have been and everybody that has gotten me to where I am, and I don't think I want to change anything about it.
Her life experiences trying all these other sports, I think, has set her up to walk into an environment like this, and at the end of the day, I think, to have an immense amount of success.
The relationship between the quarterback and his tight end is vital in the game of football. When QB1's in trouble, you can always check it down to his big, reliable pass catcher and trust he'll come down with it. For Tanner Koziel and Caden Samanza, that trust extends far beyond the gridiron. After a summer spent together golfing, we can confidently say that their connection is just as good on the green as it is on the gridiron. This is their story.
Ball State threatening. Samanza under center, surveys the defense, takes the snap, play action, rolls out. He's got Tanner Koziel wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. The Caden Samanza, Tanner Koziel connection continues.
He's a big dude, man. Sometimes you just got to throw it up to him, give him a chance, and he'll make me look real good. Off the field, I mean, we spend plenty of time together, watching film, eating, having fun.
Yeah, over the summer, me and Caden Samanza, we golfed a ton at Delaware Country Club.
Well, I worked out here, and I think they were like, if we team up, we can take a Division I golfer. That didn't work out for them.
I mean, that guy's real good. It's tough, follow him up after a shot or something like that.
Yeah, we are in danger.
What was it, like 170 playing 220 in this window?
Nah, about y'all are probably 160-ish, probably playing 180.
Get up there.
You know what, bro? Just
Let's go, little bro.
I mean, free golf, it's a dream just because I'm playing football. So it was just a great summer. Definitely not as sharp as they was, but they got a little bit more of a priority right now.
For left! It's been hit the ball in the air more times than I thought I would today, and I chipped in. Get that on tape, get that on tape, get that on tape. What are we talking about? One cool thing. Let's go. Oh, folks, I'm here to tell you mine's less left than that one.
When you're closer to the guy throwing you the ball, there's you just feel.
That was a loud bounce. Maybe it bounced.
There's nobody who won today except for Cash. I mean, that was atrocious. There's going to be so many shots that these people don't even see, but it's all right.
It's rough coming back out here. There was some good shots, though. It doesn't matter, though. I love swinging a golf club, honestly.
Did it go straight through?
Connection's been great. Main thing is on third down, knowing just where each other's going to be, knowing what to expect. I always tell him if he's ever scrambling, find me. I'm going to be open. I tell him that in the game all the time. Trying to figure out golf, it's a very hard sport. Just trying to figure it out together, it's just fun. You connect, and having a strong connection with your quarterback matters. It's one of the strongest connections you need to have in football.
Not a bad story if I don't say so myself. Now, turning to field hockey, we'll take a look at two Cardinals who are advocating for mental health at a time when our athletes need it the most. This is the Emma Hilton and Maya Gwynn story, produced by Maddie Howard.
College sports are a spectacle. We wait all week for the next football game, basketball dunk, or volleyball match. However, with all the lights on the stars of the show, there can be a lot that athletes can hide in the dark. Morgan's Message is a nonprofit organization that hopes to build a community by and for athletes and to strengthen student-athlete mental health. It was founded by the parents of a Duke lacrosse player, Morgan Rogers. After Morgan suffered a knee injury just before the beginning of her sophomore season, her mental health slowly began to get worse. Morgan unfortunately lost her battle on July 11, 2019, at the age of 22. Her parents sought out to share her story and to support student athletes around the country. After seeing how being an ambassador impacted their teammate's sister at another school, Emma and Maya decided to bring the movement here to Muncie. However, this isn't just a field hockey exclusive organization. Already, it's spread to many other sports on campus.
We've both been organizing the meetings and social media, so when we had yoga last month, we had a lot of different sports teams come. We had people from baseball, gymnastics, swim and dive, our team.
Being able to share that with all of the athletics from Ball State has been really awesome. As an athlete, we have first-hand experience of what affects us and what causes stress. Just random things to help So it's just to de-stress and not bring any more stress into their busy lives.
I think it's really important to raise awareness for it and like spread the word. 'Cause I think that student athlete mental health is something that's not really talked about. We have a lot on our plate. I feel like I personally do take on a lot, and I think it's nice to like take a step back once in a while, be able to like realize that other people are going through similar things. I think Maury's message is a great example of that because it's a group of people who can relate in different areas that normally aren't talked about, and it's like a safe space.
As their seasons come to an end, Emma and Maya hope that this doesn't mean Morgan's message ends as well. Both hope that this group can grow to be strong enough and pass down to other athletes, sharing the message of Morgan and many other student athlete stories.
I hope that it just helps normalize the conversation around it because it really isn't talked enough about. And then moving forward, like I hope that there's enough people that join the program and want to be ambassadors as well, and then it will continue to go on after Maya and I leave this year.
In our second part of Iron Sharpens Iron, we take a look at the women's golf team as we follow them into the Brittany Kelly Classic. This is the Sights and Sounds from the Green.
So a couple of our girls at the top, Jasmine at 4 under, JJ at 3 under, in 1 and 2. And so, you know, it'll be fun watching those two battle it out. We'll be watching the leaderboard today and kind of watching for some excitement, some fireworks. Got off to a great start. I think we got, for whatever reason, maybe a few players that are a little uptight, and so they've got to just settle in and start finding their groove. We got a lot of golf left. All together, like we're playing fine. You know, I told them last night that I wanted to come out and put the pedal down and dominate. I don't know that we're exactly doing that, but we're doing what we need to do. Jasmine's in pretty good shape individually. You know, she's just playing some really, really solid golf. I think the coolest thing about that for her is, man, like a week ago, she was struggling. But we didn't push the panic button. I've been doing this long enough to know, especially with your best players, you never panic. You go back to the basics. She's such a good athlete and she's an experienced player, so it doesn't take long once she kind of finds what it is that she needs. Yeah, maybe between that first ball and the flag.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I'll take that.
Got some spin on it. That was good.
Congratulations, great playing today.
Hey, nice playing today.
Great playing, great to meet you today.
It feels pretty good. I had a rough week last week, so it was good to come back and play like this week.
A lot happened to me, a lot happened.
She works her tail off and has done that day in, day out for over 2 years now, so since she's been here, so it's just really fun to see.
Ball State, Jasmine Driscoll.
got to talk about the team for a second. Like, they just played some really, really good golf. I'm very proud of them. They work hard, they do it the right way, and I'm honored to be their coach. Really, really proud of what we got from everybody. Everybody contributed, that's what it takes, and you know, I just like the way we kind of handled ourselves. How you operate, are you gonna stick to your game plan? Are you gonna go through your process? We can live with results if we're doing those things, and I thought we did those things.
Here's what's on the radar around Ball State sports. For the second straight year, Ball State University student athletes have matched their institutional record with a graduation success rate, or GSR, of 93%. This is the 5th straight year that Ball State student athletes have eclipsed a 90% rate.
Volleyball freshman outside hitter Carson Tyler became just the 6th Ball State player to earn MAC Freshman of the Year. Tyler also earned a spot on the All-MAC first team and MAC All-Freshman team.
Men's volleyball head coach Donan Cruz announced the team's 2025 schedule with several marquee matchups, including BYU at home. The upcoming season will feature 16 home matches in Worthen Arena. The complete schedule is available at ballstatesports.com.
WNBA Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark will be on stage at Ball State University's Emmons Auditorium for a conversation with David Letterman at 7 p.m. on Monday, December 2nd. The conversation is part of David Letterman's Distinguished Professional Lecture and Workshop series, which was established in 2008.
The Muncie community has always been important to Ball State and to us here at Ball State Sports Link. So when we had an opportunity to tell a story about an athlete coming back home to Muncie, it was not an opportunity that Jordan Climbs could pass up. And we're joined now by Jordan Climbs, producer of the Addie Chester No Place Like Home story. Jordan, this is a story that has a community aspect to it. How important was it to you to capture Addie Chester's idea of community?
Yeah, you know, everyone's idea of community is always different based off of where you're from. And, you know, being in Muncie for a number of years now, I've kind of seen what this community is like, at least for Ball State. But it was so interesting going off of campus, even, 10, 15 minutes, seeing all the cornfields, everything that's so different out there. Was cool to see what her community was like. And I thought I already knew, and I learned so many new things about just this Muncie community, the home that it is to her. That's why it's called No Place Like Home. I know it's a cliche, but there truly is no place like home, and we really get to see that in this story.
And you touched upon truly it being no place like home, obviously the name of the story. And when you step foot into her house and you talk to her family, how important was that for you to get that feel of a sense of family and connection back to Muncie, and then actually you showcasing that in your story?
Yeah, I think that's a great question because home means a lot of things to a lot of different people. But what we learned in this story was that home is her family. That is the true thing that is instilled in her, is the connections that she has here in Muncie, and specifically with her family. So as you said, when we went into her house, met her parents, got to interview them, you could just tell how close they were and how happy they were to have their daughter back here in Muncie for these last 2 years of her college career.
Well, I can't wait to see it, and I'm sure you at home can't either. So without further ado, here is Jordan Climbs' Addie Chester No Place Like Home story.
It's a simple life out here, living within the farms and cornfields. And within its vast landscape lies the foundation for life's remarkable ride.
As I've gotten older, I've seen more. Like, I've gotten to travel a little bit. And I don't know, you come to appreciate, like, this kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty crazy that houses are this spread out. I grew up here in Muncie, a little bit north of Ball State. Grew up on a farm, and I feel like that kind of shaped all of us kids. I feel like we've been in the country for a lot of our lives. I feel like the people are all super down to earth because it's kind of the small town feel. One thing is everybody's super far apart, but I don't know, I think it made all of us closer because like I said, it was just like, it was the Delta community and that was kind of it. I've always played soccer, I've never really known any different. I played when I was 3 for DCFC. Here's the DCFC complex actually.
Addie was actually voted the most beautiful baby in Randolph County. And then she got her first soccer ball when she was like 1. and very quickly showed me who she was and that she was there to do business.
Addie was walking when she was like 7 months old and running when she was 1, so she got the soccer ball. She was all over the house with it.
Obviously, I don't remember any of this, but I hear that my parents put me in soccer when I was pretty young. I can be pretty shy outside of soccer, but I feel like when I'm playing, I kind of just, that's what I'm worried about.
Soccer's a little different than a lot of sports where the high school soccer is almost secondary to the travel soccer.
I didn't have a ton of friends going into high school because I was traveling a lot.
And so when it came time to play a high school sport, it was super important to make sure she plugged in that way.
Well, this is Delta, right in the middle of all the cornfields. I love Delta. It's some of my best memories. Soccer field's a little bit out here though. It's actually been a really long time since I've been here. And it might sound cheesy, but I'm just so different than the last time when I was here. A lot more mature. I was an idiot when I was in high school. All right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is kind of crazy. Like, there's farms. I love it, personally. Like, I like just open, not much of a city person, so I really like it. This would be my high school soccer field in all its glory. Soccer isn't the biggest thing in Indiana, so I think we just found a patch of grass and are doing our best with it. That's all you need, though. It was a lot of fun. So many good memories here. We never won any championships, but a lot of good memories, so. I was pretty good. I actually set the record for career goals.
For high school, she was, phenomenal. Gatorade Player of the Year for the state of Indiana. Addie was a very special player.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of all of the things that I was able to do in high school.
A lot of accolades, but I think if you ask her about it, I think her favorite part was probably playing with her friends.
I think the high school experience gave to her more than she gave to it.
It's cool. Obviously I like that I was at Delta. I think it's different that I was from a small school. I don't think a lot of kids from small schools end up being able to play in college. I did know that I wanted to play in college at that point. And then ultimately at the end I was like, I kind of want to be close to home. I wanted to go into a program that I could play right away, if I'm being honest. I wanted to go in and be able to play. And in Louisville I got that.
I think the ACC is the best conference in college soccer. I don't think there's any debate there. Some of my biggest memories are playing defense for 90 minutes against Florida State, North Carolina, just trying to hold on for dear life.
I think those experiences, and then just her talent and her ability is pretty special.
I think she needed to go to Louisville. I think she grew as a person there, and she was able to learn how to say, I'm not gonna do what people think I should do.
I knew that with my last 2 years, I wanted to have a chance to compete for a championship, and then obviously the idea of being closer to home. Can't really beat it, so.
I'm gonna go to my house. It's like 5 minutes from here, 7 minutes. Right when I entered the portal, I was talking to lots of people, but I knew that I needed to check off the box of Ball State and go on my visit. And at the end of my visit, Josh was kind of just like, go and do your thing, talk to everybody you need to talk to, you know what we can offer, and if that's what you want, then that's what you want.
I actually never let myself dream about it because, kids get that idea in their head, like, I can't go home.
I actually thought she was gonna go a different route. And I was okay with it. I really, truly just wanted her next move needed to be where she was gonna graduate from.
I was like, Dad, you want me to come home? Like, you're not giving anybody else any thought. Like, you just want me to come home. He was like, no, Addie, actually, I really don't care at all. But I knew deep down that he would be pumped if I came home. My mom too. And so he was trying to keep his biases out of it. But they were really, really excited when I told him.
When she told me, you know, I acted like that was great, and then I hung up, and I think I yelled pretty loud that I was pretty pumped that she was coming back. So.
I mean, home is, I'm a homebody, so I'm over there a lot actually. My parents 3 times a week are making me dinner. We moved here when I was a sophomore, so I wouldn't say I grew up here, but it became like home really quickly. These are all the people that live around here went to my high school, so I was able to be closer to everybody, which was really cool. Coming back home was like a decompress from all the stuff happening on campus 10 minutes away. So anytime it's stressful, I'm like, hey, Mom, can you make me dinner? I come home, sit on the couch, so.
Home to me, I have a lot of siblings, so I'd say I think of just like all of us together probably.
Our house is just different when Addie's here. It's just so much better when she's around, so we're extremely glad that she's back.
I think life is just a series of lessons to help us grow into who we're supposed to be. I think you can go different directions and learn the same lessons. I am so grateful she decided this path.
I think it was a great experience for her to leave, but yeah, I think it was meant to be. I think she was meant to go do something else and then come back to Ball State.
Just being able to come home and play 10 minutes from your house, I feel like not a lot of kids playing collegiate sports get that, so I'm super lucky. Life's ride is one that permits us to pave our own path. And my journey is one that has allowed me to experience many of life's vast moments. And still, through all the adventures, one thing remains clear. There is no place like home.
That's all for SL Feature today. If you want more stories like this, follow us on all social media platforms at BSU Sports Link.
And don't worry, SL Featured isn't going anywhere for the month of December. We'll be back next month with more of the best stories in Ball State sports. Until then, he's been Xander Woods, I've been Sam Niger, and we want to say thank you for tuning in to SL Featured, presented by Victory Honda of Muncie. We'll catch you on the flip side.